Today I'm going to show you how to use really simple materials, fairy lights and plastic gems to create an illuminated crystal effect on your clothes. For this project I used a simple black top, but you can use this tutorial to enhance any article of clothing in your wardrobe. The only important thing is that the material is heavy enough to support the weight of the materials, so avoid silk or anything that's too stretchy for this one. I've had requests for a very simple entry-level wearable tech tutorial, so I'm going to use fairy lights today. These are one of the easiest materials to work with for beginners. They're easy to find and don't need any soldering or any programming. I also use small plastic crystals that I found on Amazon. I'll put the links to purchase these in the description, but you can also substitute any faux crystals that you can find at a craft store. I also use scissors and a glue gun for this tutorial. So first of all, I'm going to sketch out the design. I always find it's really important to start with a drawing of what I want to achieve before I get going. What I'm going to do is place the fairy lights on the top and glue the crystals right onto the lights like this. These crystals came attached to each other. I think they're chandelier crystals, so first I have to take them all off. The holes will come in handy for stitching later. Now I'm going to lay out where I want all the lights. These lights are farther apart than what I want, so I'm going to do is double them up and try to get them more or less evenly spaced. I'm going to twist them together so that they stay in place. Now these lights are longer than I want them to be, so with most fairy lights you can just use regular scissors to cut off the end. Make sure that you turn them off before you do that. Now I'm just going to twist them up some more so that they're really secure and don't go anywhere. This top that I'm using is designed to have a band of folded over fabric across the bust line, which is perfect because I can just place the lights underneath. But if you're using clothing that doesn't have this, you can also put the lights on the inside. The downside is that you'll have the lights against your skin, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, so what I would do is sew some fabric in over top of where the lights would touch your skin at the end once you're done everything else. Now what I'm going to do is cut a small hole for the lights to come through so that the switch can be on the inside of the top. Then I'm going to cut small holes anywhere where the lights come through, and I'll start at the middle and go outwards. We've got the first hole now, so I'm going to line up one of the fairy lights so that it's right where the hole is so that the light is shining through. I'm going to put a small dab of hot glue to keep it there, and before it cools, place the crystal right on top in the middle. This way the raw edge from the hole and the light itself are going to be covered up completely by the crystal. Now I'm just going to keep going all the way across the top. You should probably measure the distance of the hole so that the lights are evenly spaced, but I'm just being really lazy today and I'm going to eyeball it. Once all the lights and the crystals are glued in, I'm going to stitch into the holes to make it extra secure. Glue gun holds pretty well, so if you don't have holes, this is optional, but it'll make it extra durable and prevent the crystals from popping off later. If you wanted to really go for it, you can use a few sets of fairy lights and light up the entire top. I kind of like the Wonder Woman vibe I'm getting from this, and it's actually subtle enough that you could wear it out with the lights turned off too. So that's really more or less all it takes. You can also stitch in a small holder for the controller and the battery pack on the inside of the top, or you can use a piece of Velcro to do the same thing. For more tutorials and fashion tech inspiration, subscribe to my channel, Lumen Couture.